there, folks, and welcome into today's video. First off, thanks so much for joining me. As always, little whiteboard video for you guys here today on where my money is going right now. Like, where am I putting my money? What am I spending my money on right now? Things like that. I started my YouTube channels way back in 2016, and I know this video is obviously going on Financial Education 3, but I started the main channel way back in like 2016. And being part of this process, it's always been about like talking about what stocks I'm buying, giving tips, like financial related tips, like, oh, you can do this with your money, you can do that with your money. And overall, just me sharing as much knowledge as possible about money related subjects. But it's also been about me documenting my financial journey over these past several years, which back in 2016, I was running a real estate marketing company full time while I was basically running my YouTube channels, right? Fast forward to 2018, I was focused fully on YouTube. Nowadays, I feel like I am like doing a million different things at once, needless to say. But it's been fun to kind of document my journey along the way and kind of what I'm doing and like where I'm putting my money and things like that. And so that's why we're getting into a video like this where actually, you know, in detail, where is my money going right now? Now we're looking at October 2021. And so I want to kind of, you know, basically talk about the last month, like where my money was going and kind of how I'm thinking about this in my changing the amounts of money and where they're going and things like that. So hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, all I ask in return is that you smash that like button. That helps out huge in the YouTube algorithm and us on this little channel with less than 100,000 subscribers. We can use all the help we can get. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel in general, okay? So first off here, $10,000 to $20,000 a week, okay, is going to an app I started recently, which is called the Hungry Bowl. And the Hungry Bowl is this app. We're on iOS and we're on the Android store. And basically, over time, we wanted to build into like an overall just financial related app. Like, as long as you care something about money, we got something for you on that app, right? Right now, it is very, very directed at stock market investors. Like, not just ways you can track your stocks and the markets in general and things like that, but a lot of our news stories are business related, but also stock related as far as our newsletter, our stories, like the content we write inside basically this app each day. And if you look at like where our main features are at, it's really in like the financials, and we have charts around like all the different financials in relation to stocks, like SEC reports, earnings calls, all those things like that, right? And so that's where our focus is at the moment. But long term, we want to grow the Hungry Bowl into a place that has 1 million plus users long term, right? 1 million plus users, I absolutely love it. Right now, already, we're over 30,000 monthly active users as of right now, okay? We have 30,000 plus monthly active users. Currently, the app is absolutely free to use, and so far, people have been loving it, and so that's why I continue to invest this money into, because if you didn't know, like, building an app and building a software team of high performers and things like that, plus writers and all these things, like, it's expensive. Like, it starts adding up. That's why I'm spending $10,000 to $20,000 every week. Literally every 7 days, I'm spending that much on this, essentially. Never mind all the cloud space and all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I don't see this number changing. If anything, likely it's gonna go up and up and up over time. This is not a venture capital built company. This is me literally funding this 100% by myself, essentially. And so if anything, over the next 6-12 months, these numbers will actually probably grow. And what I'm planning on doing is, if we ever start making some money from the app, like, you know, through sponsorships or anything like that, like any affiliate deals, I'm basically planning on putting that money back into the app and just kind of building the team bigger so we can, you know, write even more stuff, just continue to build the app even faster and move even faster and things like that. So likely, if anything, the amount of money I'm spending on the Hungry Bowl app is likely going to start going up. But yeah, literally every single week that goes by, $10,000 to $20,000 out of my pocket straight into the Hungry Bowl. And yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, with the Hungry Bowl, I think it has, you know, a phenomenal opportunity. It's already like a way bigger success than I even thought this early in. And ultimately, long term, you know, I partnered with some folks that have some really big brands and have a lot of smart ideas. I partner with folks in this project like Graham Stephan and Matthew Hugh, folks like Erica Kohlberg, and many others that just are really phenomenal performers. And, you know, most of those folks all have equity in this as well. And so they're all very incentivized to hopefully grow this into something that people love and becomes a big thing over the next 3-5 years. And so, yeah, you know, that is what it is. You know, I would love to put that money into stocks, but at the end of the day, like, what's a bigger opportunity for me? Obviously, it's the Hungry Bull without question, right? So next thing up here, I'm putting about $2,000 to $4,000 every week into a particular stock, okay? And that particular stock is CRSR. It seems like pretty much every single week I'm buying the stock. It's just been trading extremely low, right? Lately, it's like $26, $27 recently, forward P of like 15 on the stock. Great growth company and growing in huge growing industries. And I'm just like counting the days. Like, it seems like it's just a matter of time before the stock just takes off like a rocket ship. I don't know when it's going to happen. I mean, you know, I thought maybe this summer it would start moving. Didn't move. And I think that just goes to show you that it's completely worthless to try to predict where stock prices are going to go in the short term. It just is like, you know, you can't predict it. Like, you can think it's going to move even if the valuation is low, even if the growth is great, which last quarter I think they grew revenue like 24%, trading at forward P of 15. Like, it's ridiculous. And they got this huge opportunity in two massive growing spaces like gaming and streaming. Yeah, as a long-term investor in the stock, I'll continue to pick up shares. Like I said, at some point, this stock will move, and when it does, it's going to fly like a rocket ship. But for now, I'm just building out my position, and as long as the stock stays low, like, you know, in the 20s, let's just call it that. As long as it stays in the 20s, I'll continue to add likely $2,000 to $4,000 a week in the stock. And even recently, I've been adding a little more aggressively. And basically, if the stock continues any lower, I'll add even more aggressively, essentially, okay? That's the way I do it usually in most stocks, where if the more the stock goes down, the more aggressive I'll end up buying that stock, the faster and faster I'll build out the position. Obviously, I'm spending money on a lot of different things right now, so it's not like I can, because let's say I had this $10,000 to $20,000 a week, probably a big chunk of this would probably be going down here, and this would be maybe $4,000, $8,000 a week or something like that, or maybe even a bigger number. But obviously, that is what it is, okay? I'm putting $5,000 plus a week into other stocks recently, and I would call this kind of like a minimum number. A lot of times it's been even larger numbers than that, but like a minimum of $5,000 plus a week in some stocks recently. The Honest Company has been one I've been buying very aggressively in the month of September as that one dove to $9, $10 range. I bought a lot of shares in that one. That company makes diapers, baby wipes, a ton of different products in general, you know, cosmetics line. They're a growing company that's hopefully going to become a giant in the consumer package, let's call it goods area over time. And so Honest Company's been a stock I've been plowing a lot of money into. Smile Direct Club very recently, that stock fell to $4, $5 range. I've been buying some Smile Direct Club shares recently. That's one I just look at and I feel like it has huge opportunity over the coming years, and I just want to be part of that, especially as a $4, $5 stock. Like, you know, when I look at the valuation, when I think where revenues are going over the coming years, yeah, I want to be part of that. And when I think about the fact that they only have one major competitor, you know, I want to be part of that as well. So Smile Direct Club's been a stock. Tattooed Chef every once in a while. I haven't been buying Tattooed Chef very heavily, because usually I like to buy Tattooed Chef heavily if it goes to $16, $17, which it hasn't been. $18, I've started buying some shares again, but it's, I would call it a smaller amount Tattooed Chef. And then if I think outside of that, as far as straight up stock buys, there aren't a lot of other stocks I can really think of off the top of my head that I was really buying in the month of September. There might be a couple new ones in the month of October, and you know, obviously I'm going to stick usually at least $5,000 plus a week into different stocks in general, right? Now, also, guess what just happened recently? 2024 call options came out in the month of September. If I recall, I think it was September 13th, okay? And this past week is the first week that I actually started buying some call options. Now, why do I buy some of these super long-term call options, right, that are expiring 2 years and 4 months from now or whatever, right? Well, when I buy those, it's because I believe that stock is extremely likely to make a huge move over the next 2+ years. And so that's the only time I get in some of those longer term out call option plays, because those are obviously highly risky, as buying all call options are, right? They're highly risky because you will lose 100% of your money, right? If it doesn't hit your strike price plus your premium, like obviously you're going to lose money. And if it's not even at the strike price, you're going to lose all your money, right? And so I have to see certain opportunities where it's just a no-brainer for me, or I feel it's pretty dang close to a no-brainer no-brainer where I'm like, I've just got to buy some long-term call options because there's just no doubt in my mind that this stock's going to move huge. And I talked about all the different options I've been buying recently in a video. I posted that video, I think, on the main channel a day or two ago. So definitely check out the main channel, Financial Education. I go all into different options I'm buying right now and more call options I'm interested in general in that particular video. And this week alone, I put probably over $5,000, I would say, or around $5,000 just in call options this week. But on a normal week, it should be about $2,000, maybe $3,000 in calls. And I'll probably continue that through the month of October, and then likely just hold positions after that, okay? And then another place where my money's going right now is a new startup, which I can't really talk about very much, which is another one that I am the VC behind that one as well. And that's a specific stock market related product that's going to be a premium product and more of a website experience, let's call it that, and going to give you more information than any website out there. And so anyways, I can't talk a lot about that, but I've been spending random amounts of money on that. Sometimes it's a bunch of money, sometimes it's a small amount of money, getting all the legal stuff ready and things like that. And obviously that's a company that we should start probably selling the product in, I would say, December, January, something like that. So that's taking a bunch of my money. So at the end of the day, like, what is left? What is left? Nothing. Literally nothing. Like, I've been paying my bills the past few months out of savings, literally, because I'm investing everything. I've been taking money out of savings to like pay mortgages or car bills if, you know, one of my cars is paid off, but one of the cars is on loan, that, like, electric bill, stuff like that. Like, literally, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. I am investing every dollar that comes to me essentially into either stocks, options, which is obviously a really small amount, but usually it's stocks, or the Hungry Bowl. And obviously the new startup is taking money as well, but the Hungry Bowl is the big one. And so that's literally where my money is going right now. And that's probably where my money is going to continue to go through the month of October and into the foreseeable future. And that's the situation, guys. So yeah, that's my life. It's a little bit different. I don't think there's a lot of people out here that are living like this, right? Usually what people will do if they're founding apps or websites or things like that, they're going to usually use true VC money, right? VC backers. And I might have to end up doing that at some point in time. Like, imagine if we had 500 software engineers. Like, I don't have that type of money to pay 500 software engineers each week, right? So someday I could take potentially VC money, but I'm trying not to. And that's my goal, is to not take VC money, because you got to understand, when you start taking VC money, you lose a ton of the equity. And so my huge chunks of equity in different projects, if I start taking VC money, that equity gets eaten down real quick. And all of a sudden, you know, the chunk I personally have is a much lower number, right? And so that's why I'm trying to avoid taking VC money, and I hope to avoid taking VC money, because yeah, as soon as I start taking VC money, boom, like, equity starts to be diluted in a major way. The VCs start wanting a bunch of equity, all for putting some money into the project. So I'm trying to avoid that, and that's why I'm investing every dollar I can into this. And as that starts to cash flow, more than likely that money's going right back into that baby to hopefully, you know, have it be as good of a product as possible out there. So much love as always, guys. I hope you enjoyed me kind of sharing this with you guys and where my money's actually going right now. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. And I hope you appreciate me sharing this openness with you guys and kind of where my money's going right now. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.